Hi guys and welcome to
Youthversations.
So my name is Muringo and I will be our moderator of the day. So we're going to start from here. Say our name. Yes.
My name is Elaine.
Hi everyone, my name is Joy Kibiru.
I'm Victoria Wambui.
Yes, and we are going to have icebreakers. So there are images, they are going to be on the screen here, and then we are going to try and say, find out what the images are saying. Yes, the images zitaekwa hapa mahali hapa. So mwenye tu anaona anaweza elewa. Sasa kama for example
Forgive and forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Haujui?
sijui.
Bag. Club.
Hey.
Pass.
Bili kuna option ya kupass.
Bado mnazaitisha hint.
Yes, tupe hint.
Okay. If anything is free to get, then it's
To grab.
Or up for grabs.
yeah.
Oh.
Mimi hata nakwambia hata na hiyo hint.
It was
Jobbing, job. Jobbing,
The
job.
hint.
Jobbing, job.
Hint.
Job, in job.
Hebu ngoja tufikirie.
In between jobs.
yes. Yeah.
Wewe hata wewe tutatupa Kenya kila mtu anapata. What's
Sweet.
Corner.
Yeah. Corner street.
You know what? Ni kama mimi nilisema.
Sitting on top of the ones.
Yeah.
Ah.
Ooh.
Hiyo ni nyumba tu.
Greenhouse.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I am wow.
Ushapata jibu? Okay, what?
Clue, hint.
You need to look closely kuona the bad things.
Satan.
You need to
Devil in the details.
Yeah.
Ish.
Hey, sawa sawa basi mpendwa.
Last.
Least expected. Kwa nini hint?
Hint ni
Majibu greenhouse.
Oh, hadi heri basi mimi nitasema.
during introduction ukifikia wa mwisho.
Last but not least. Ukitaka.
Bora moja.
Hiyo jina iko correctly spelled.
Politically correct.
Uko karibu.
Politically incorrect.
Yeah.
So, hiyo hadi mmenipea. Sasa tu ni sija add the e.
Sideburns.
Yeah.
Hey, huyu msichana aende home.
Wewe wacha.
Yeah,
What do you mean umepata tu zote?
Sisi tuko side.
yeah, ni hivyo tumemaliza.
Wacha kuniwoye, mimi ni therapist. So today we are going to what does being a therapist have to do with failing all those things? Today tuongelelea imposter syndrome, right? So in your own way, ama in your head, what do you think imposter syndrome is? Yes, Kibiru, the one who gets everything.
Alright, so for me, I think imposter syndrome, the best I can describe it is like fraud. Like you feel like a fraud. Like you might achieve stuff, you do something well, and then when ndani yako una feel wow, there ain't no way it's me who's done that. You feel like a fraud basically. Like it stems from self-doubt, all of that.
Technically, you don't believe in yourself. And it's not like your fault, it's just that something inside you, probably from your upbringing or something that you're faced in life. So you're like, you would never be able to get there because of where you are. So
Victoria.
For me, I think it's a sense of feeling that you're being fake and fearing that people will find out that you're being fake, and it's not that you're fake, but you feel so, and you're not supposed to feel so. You're actually supposed to be proud of your achievements and everything you've done, but you feel like people will notice that you're inadequate and truly you're an overachiever or you're good at anything that you're doing at the moment.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, agree na what you said. See, like you're feeling like you're a fraud. Like unaweza kuwa like una do things and you're achieving things but kwako ni ai na sini yako tu. Hivyo. So the next thing is how do you experience how have you experienced imposter syndrome in your life? No, this is to your turn now. Like experience imposter syndrome in your day in day out life ama before
From an artist perspective, you can do a very good piece of art, but then you're being praised for it, and then afterwards you procrastinate to create another one because you're like, did I really do it? Can I do it again? And will they see that I'm lying, I'm the one who did it? And you know perfectly well you're the one who put in all those hours in that piece. But your head is telling you, hey, maybe they'll think I'm not the one, so I'll not do this other piece until I feel adequate. And you'll never feel adequate because you still accuse yourself of not doing it.
I think for me, I think the last time I had imposter syndrome, I remember, because I like doing things well now. So I remember it was during a certain period of time where I had gone way out of my comfort zone. And whatever I was doing, the outcome it was really nice. Like whatever work I'd done was really nice considering it was also my first time. So a lot of people ended up knowing me because of that. I love how everybody talk about like, oh my gosh, wow, you did this, wow. I'm like, you guys, it's nothing. So that's why I feel like it's when you trust yourself, first of all, you don't play your own achievements. Because somebody's like, wow, like, it's really easy nothing. And then also like Victoria said, that feeling you're lucky. Wow. You just fun with my good day. You know, like that's me every day. Yeah, so that's how it manifests.
Me yenye nimekumbuka ni, I don't know if it's a good example for imposter syndrome. Maybe it is actually. But there was a time, like when you are revising for your KCPE exams and all that. So there is a math problem iliandikwa kwa board. Mwalimu wa math akaandika the math problem, akauliza anybody mwenye anaweza enda kuisolve. Now weirdly it came to me, but I doubted myself because of course kwa class kuna the top ones, wale wenye hadi the teacher knows, nikiuliza swali huyu ako na answer, huyu hadi anaweza onyesha the rest of the class. But me knowing myself, I am not that, like siko in those books according to the teacher. I was like, am I sure like I can solve that problem? And what I noticed is nilienda nikaisolve kwa board, akani-congratulate, akaniambia nifunze the rest of the class. But since I didn't believe myself, I couldn't even remember how I solved the math. So, and then the funny thing, it was a major thing because like he needed people to get it. So we did it during preps. Akaenda nikaachwa nikaulizwa, Elaine, how do you do the problem? Sijui kama uliona the first time hadi wewe nieleze because hadi mimi mwenyewe nimesahau venye nafaa kufanya that nini. And it was mainly because of like that mini doubt of I can't do it. And then I did it and I didn't believe in myself, so it just went. But yeah, that's one thing I can say.
I think for me kazi kwa mingi unasema zote by the way. Aiwe kwa nini usiseme? I think for me the first time that nili psychologist as a profession, and the first time my career is the first thing nime put effort in, like real time. Mimi nilikuwa primary nilikuwa tunatembea, yani nilikuwa tuna move with life. Genda high school nika move to with life, but like in your kitu naweza sema for the first time in my life nime put in effort. And for the first time in my life nilikuwa napata A, yani clean A. results of the unit. Babangu ananiwekea 2000 unasikia. But then kuna sana nakaa chini najiuliza. Akina kweli huu ni mimi. Na by the way mimi sikuwa na cheat exam, nilikuwa na revise. Ati nilikuwa sinaendelea na masomo na revise. Sasa unaona like so kuna ilikuwa very often naanza kujiuliza ama ni mimi, nakaa chini najiambia ai labda si mimi, and then the next exam ina happen. Hiyo time nimekuwa na hiyo imposter syndrome, the next exam napata ma C ama B, and then naanza kujiuliza like what is going on. So I think that for me is the first time I experienced imposter syndrome, because that was the first time in my life we put in effort in something. And then me also kuna hii time nilikuwa nafanya attachment committee. So nimefanya therapy, nimeona client ameanza kuimprove, and then naanza kujiambia what? Naanza kujiambia ama labda ameanza kuimprove juu anaenda home, ameona tu akuwe a better person. Alafu najiuliza kwani unafikiria akili yangu haija put in effort? Because client kila saa akipita therapy ananiambia kama si wewe singekuwa nimejua hizo vitu zote. Najiambia go girl. Alafu nikienda home najiambia ama tu nijua anaenda home na anataka kuona bibi yake na lazima tu achange. So I think those are the two times I can like evidently remember. Obviously more nime experience more, but hizo ndio vitu zilini hit immediately that oh wow, hii ni mimi na jida on the plane. Yeah. Na kama mko na mom sewe kwani ama nyinyi confident people I'm experiencing imposter grow. Hey, nitakuja mimi nika experiencing almost every day.
Also it's good because ukianza kuingia imposter syndrome, if you have not experienced it from how you interact with family, you have experienced it in school. Sure. If you have not, kwanza hizi cliques of girls and boys,
kwanza
if it's not in school, you have experienced it in your love life.
And 11 place.
Kuja experience unakumbuka anaanza kukupenda, unaanza kujiuliza nini huyu anaona. Alafu nakaa najiambia ama tu mimi bado tu nimeiva tu. Alafu after 2 days unajua tena sijui mbona akili nikaa sijui kaiwa ina stop kufunction ukiwa na imposter syndrome. Unaanza tu kustalk, by the way mimi wasi stalk people. But nakumbuka mimi cause nikikustalk nita find something wrong with you.
Like actually you never stalk to look for something good. Una stalking ndio ushangai kufurahisha roho. Huyu
mimi stalking watu. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa sipendi cause kama wewe ni mtu mzuri, nitajua wewe ni mtu mzuri juu penye uko. Kama mimi nikikustalk natafuta something wrong with you. Si kustalk ati ndio nitafute something cute and interesting. Nataka kuona ule mtu shy date alikuwa anakaaje, kama uko na type. Sasa kuna this time nimestalk this guy. Mimi ni a very small girl. Me I have a small body, right? Yani mimi hiyo ni kitu mimi I am a petite babes. Sasa ninaona watu alikuwa ana date na shangaa. Corazon Kwamboka and me together. No. These are two different people. Sasa anaanza kusema I am siko enough. Na bizi unajua ni notice hiyo ndio ilifanya to grow in that relationship.
Unaanza kujisema
like the doubts you had about
the doubts that I had about me now, that's imposter syndrome. Because he was really a nice guy. But sasa cause in my head niko lakini si alikuwa na date watu wanakaa Corazon Kwamboka. Mimi hata nikule hadi lini nitaenda nitafika hapo. Hata nimwambia hata nikule 4 boiled eggs a day.
The thing is, you end up sabotaging good things every time.
But
every time.
sometimes it saves you. Okay, me that weirdly worked because I kept on second. It was when? It was 2021. I kept on second guessing like vibe with a guy at met. Ikiwa nafanya computer classes. So I was like, this guy is too good to be true. Bana. Mimi siamini hizi mambo. So nikafanya nini? As any girl, nikastalk. Kama moringo tu, nikastalk. Nikapata page ya dem mwingine. I was like, okay. Nikaendelea kustalk, nikaingia highlights, nikaona picha zake na huyo boy. I was like, okay, so dem hadi amekuweka kwa highlights. So I found the thing I was looking for. I have found it. Okay. And that's how I came to know, because like I was keeping on doubting like myself in that scenario. And honestly, that's the only positive thing it brought. Okay, it was not even positive. It was positive for me to know, but it continued becoming negative because the girl became unstoppable. Akapata sauti yangu.
Sasa ikakuwa
Alafu akaniweka kwa close friends. Alafu akaeka a certain post wakiwa pamoja. And then I was like, that's targeted.
she coming to you as a woman. You swear nikujia as a woman.
But you know, that's a positive thing, because I doubted everything, and then I was like, let me find out, and I found
Did it
out.
stem from you doubting yourself or doubting the person?
That's
Both,
actually.
because I doubted his actions, and then I doubted myself in the point of you have experienced bad experiences. That's why I've said imposter syndrome comes from what you have experienced. If you have experienced bad experiences throughout, when something good comes, instead of you enjoying it, you tend to question if it's for you. You don't just go into like, finally a nice thing. You are there, and then kiasi you're waiting for the ball to drop. If the ball never drops, you continue overthinking it. Because if you are not somebody who can accept something as good and pure and true as it comes, you will keep on looking for something wrong, even when there is nothing wrong. And sometimes, instead of finding something wrong, you end up creating the wrong yourself.
You don't find it.
I know that is so like kuna kitu ulikuwa unasema before ni yap my way through life. Ulikuwa unasema meta nimesahau, but kuna kitu ulikuwa unasema. But ulikuwa unasema kitu. If when like kuna kitu amesema about like una this person, this thing can be so good, it can be so amazing, and then wewe tunatafuta shida kwa hiyo kitu. Maybe ako na mapua kombo. No, sijasema kuna watu wako na mapua kombo. Nishaisikia mtu akisema ati ashakosa kudate mtu juu mapua yake haiko like aligned to his face properly. Miss John mtu anakaa hivyo. Lakini unajua watu wako na preferences. So like hivyo nini ingine. Like you just unajua kuna saa unakaanga chini. Mimi kuna saa nakaanga chini. Naangalia the beautiful things nime miss out on cause nimetafuta what is wrong with them. Like kuna kama mtu akitu saizi ningekuwa in love huku ningekuwa nawekea tu. Ona venye watu wanaekanga soft launching pictures ka hand na kanusu uso. Ningekuwa nimewekea huko na ka emoji hapo na kaleta yake hapo kwa story. Lakini ninakaa hivi naona
unaweza weka hivi ustukie by jioni si wako tena.
Nilivona kana jiuliza hata huko ni amekaa tu chini ya kuona nini na venye huwa nasumbua.
Oh my god. Acha hadi kama 2 years a woman. Unaona best in that way you put, and then ni kama umemwadvertise.
Exactly.
That's what happened to you. That has happened to people I know. People like.
Lakini before weke tu mtu story. Akitua tu kushwa tu ni wewe peke yako. Akinawambia
mweke mkioana.
Ama tu alaki hata kwa harusi tu unaweza kuwa tu kuna mwingine. You can never be certain. The world is corrupt, guys.
Kwanza you never get tired of like January ulikuwa na mtu mmoja umemweka alafu March umeweka mwingine. Ndio maana nasema just eka kwa marriage, because utaweka wangapi status wakienda, like surely hadi mimi nikiobserve na shanga alafu kuna observing una feel vibaya because kai umepata watano inaia.
Na mimi hata nikapa alafu hata ni the fact that hata akona hadi for lack of a better word audacity ya kupost each other na hata mjakuwa together for a long time. Yani just hold hands ukishaweka kwa gram na layout akio kitu inanisu. Acha hiyo. Kuna watu wanaendanga kwa wazazi.
Ulikuwa nafaa kuwa
nimekumbuka hiyo kitu na just haiko related na imposter syndrome, but nimekumbuka kwa watu wanaendanga kwa wazazi. Yani uko 19 na uko na boyfriend kako ka 20 alafu 20 ndio ingekuwa 24 boyfriend yako ako a bit
mature,
like in a way ako locked in a way.
All the people saa zingine they are not mature.
See what but at least at 24 ako a bit. Sasa 19 na 20
alafu mnaenda, but you know the parents who insists you put your relationship open.
Instead,
Instead, or where you're going to. So they have to know. Eventually, you have to introduce.
Mimi babangu akiwahi kujua boyfriend, huo mtu amepropose on his knees na kesho tunafanya rorashio. It cannot be any other way. Ndio sasa niambie tunaenda unaweza imagine ukipelekea your African dad a man. Alafu muache hapo akikunywa chai. Nyamoni hiyo conversation ikiwa too much. Sasa anze kukuuliza, alafu after that akuulize. Sasa Muringo, uliona nini kwa huyo?
Si unamwambia niliona uso. Kwani wewe uliona
nini?
nini?
Ndio tu like a negative way. Liko na venye babako anakuuliza if like you really like the guy. Hivyo. Sasa imagine nimekaa hapo na babangu ananiuliza hizo maswali na huo ni mtu wa tatu. I can't.
Hapa ni mimi ndio second guess like
the third
tushaleta wa kwanza na wa pili.
Ati babangu amekunywa chai na watu hata I cannot.
Entertainment
with your father. Kwani tuko na YouTube channel. Hiyo kitu like huwa inaniboza. Kwa mimi najua rafiki yangu amepeleka mamake na babake like the fourth guy. The fourth. Yani najiuliza mtu hata mimi akikabla hata uingie tu kwa gate yetu hivi ndani as a boy. We take a lot of effort. Kwa nyumba ya mamangu, alafu ambiwa hapo na kaneiba. Muringo nilimwona hapa na tuvija. Wewe,
The gossip.
sasa ndio nakwambia. Sasa like for me hiyo ilikuwa icebreaker. Hiyo kitu nilisumbua kwa kichwa sana. Cause four guys, your dad, babako hata hakuulizi 1 million questions.
It's a bit bank. Like
Wewe unaweza pelekea babako four guys.
Another person 1, it didn't work out. Person 2, we'll see how it goes. Person, imagine, ni build relationships. Yes.
So unaweza mpelekea four guys.
I think I would.
Kwani kupona bomu huko. Unaweza pelekea babako four guys.
Knowing my family, they would use that as a joking thing.
No, but like you see, like it's not let's to introduce a person that I'm getting married to. It's just
Still.
let's see each other.
I have imagine weirdly. I have no problem like with introducing someone, but it has to be very sure.
Exactly.
Very sure.
Like
we are serious.
Very serious. Because me, I cannot keep on bringing number 1, number 2,
number 3, number 4 to your father.
Mi kwanza knowing my family watashanga ndio huyu ameleta mwingine.
Bisa babangu hataiko.
Huyu ako na kipenda. Huyu mwingine alisema anapenda level. You know, they would be like sasa what's that? Kwanza knowing I don't even have a type physically. Naweza leta mtu mfupi leo, kesho ni mtu mrefu. Leo ako na biceps, kesho ana biceps. So
there's no criteria. Sasa sio nika babangu anaweza. Sio nika like family yako inaweza ku take seriously. Unaweza peleka hiyo family.
No, you have to be really locked in, especially if you have proven yourself beyond reasonable doubt.
Mimi understood.
To
Me on his knees with a ring ndio tunaenda kwa babangu because I cannot imagine telling my father sasa unaona huyo alikuwa tu haninunui flowers nikaona tuachane. Oya sasa tunaweza rudi kwa Imposter syndrome. Hiyo ilikuwa kitu inaniwasha. Na since tuko girls nikaona ndio. Sasa sina sijapatana like in a space that event. Haya, why do you think people experience imposter syndrome even when they're good at what they do? Why do you think you would as Joy when you umesema another thing you're really good at? I'm actually maybe to like an example because I can solely when you draw or when you do art.
Yeah.
So why do you think you'd experience imposter syndrome in your artwork even when you know it's good?
Just thinking that how it will be perceived. First of all, that's the first thing. Because in my head, I'm asking myself, do they really see what I wanted to put out there? Will they see it as I see it? Because people can misinterpret your art most of the time, or say it's boring, or there's no spark. You know, people start telling stories that the artist didn't even think of. You see, this is Picasso's piece. He was going through, I don't know, some type of emotions. So misinterpretation can really accelerate the feeling of imposter syndrome. So it paralyzes your your creative process. So you feel stuck. So what do I do? Will people like it? Will it be appealing? Or will they get the idea that I wanted to drive this piece of art? And if they don't, it goes back to having to do it until I feel this idea will be the next big thing, or it will be so brilliant or perceived as so good. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. For me, I think Mwanga, either Natalie, if you are the only one who has ever done whatever you are doing, like there's no scale, there's no grading scale. So meaning the grading scale will come from you. Because if you are the only one who has ever done something like a skill in the place you are working, at home, like when ndo tu unajulikananga unajua kuifanya, hakuna mtu wa kucompare to. So the only comparison will be to the work you have done before. So if you never meet the standards of what you did before, if it was at its best and you never meet it, then you always have imposter syndrome as work, because you're the one who's gauging yourself. Can I do whatever I did? Can I reach that level? Over and over again. And now you've created an expectation because everybody knows you're the only one who can do it. So nobody is expecting anything less from what they are used to seeing you do. So when they start seeing less, they start questioning. And then you start getting doubts. So that's one thing I can say, now, Nanga, like, when you're at your highest, because you are the one who can do it, you start questioning, will I always be able to reach that level constantly? Because if you don't reach that level, what starts happening is what you judge. They might not even be meaning to do so, but once they start noticing something, if like nimezoea nani anakuanga 8 am ameshafika job, siku ile nani hajafika 8 am job, ako wapi? Akifanya hivyo tena continuously, inakuwa zile za kwani what's happening. Ukikuja kuijulia as a person and maybe you are used to reaching that level and now you're not reaching, you start questioning, can I ever go back to reaching that 8 am? Simple.
To cover it for myself. Being an overachiever, I think, is one of the biggest things that is imposter syndrome. Couple, you're trying to do 1 million things, you're trying to like strive for the best of the best. You get there, you're like, haha, there's people who are definitely going to be better than you at some point. So like, nothing I should go to change goalposts, you keep going, you're not satisfied at all. So I think first of all there's the overachievement thing, there's the self-satisfaction. How okay are you with whatever you're doing, whatever you have at that point, So I think I would say those two. And being a firstborn daughter is a valid reason
for you to
imposter syndrome. It's such a valid reason, I swear. It doesn't matter what like I'm still a child. I'm 5 years old. Why am I looking after a 3-year-old kid, When you're the first one of the family, so guys are looking to you like, what are you gonna do for school? Tunangoja sijui first class, tunangoja sijui nini. Jamani. Yeah, crazy. It's crazy business.
You end up being a perfectionist.
Yeah, perfectionism as well.
Another thing that can influence that when you are at your highest is the environment you are in. Like, for example, if, let's say, when you not any doctors, and you have a doctor but you are not at your highest level, because like surgeon, another big doctor in his field, where you are like the trainee. It will cause a lot of imposter syndrome because you're like, everybody around you is better than you. So how do I reach except me? And sometimes it's even not valid because you might be even the best, like in that room. It's just you questioning yourself.
I think for me it's overachievement. Because like you see, when I read this thing that was saying you are not becoming, you have become, because we are constantly on this search to, kesho ndafanya nini, nitakuwa nini, what will I do to get that thing. Kenya kuna kwangana like the best employee of the month. What will I do to be the best employee of the month? Evil. And you forget that in the process you actually becoming something good. So I think it's over. And the fact that I'm a firstborn daughter, and then I'm a firstborn daughter, a firstborn granddaughter. Jani tu.
Haya tusalimiane tu.
Yeah, so nilikuwa nasema as tunaletewa serviette, nilikuwa nasema mimi ni firstborn daughter, mimi ni firstborn granddaughter, mimi ni a woman. Yani tu kila kitu inakufanya overachieve.
It's just been dealt bad cards.
Like wewe ni firstborn, when ni firstborn daughter. Kutoka hapo oh, I didn't know that figure. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Commercial break. It's not a break, it is serious. Sasa unafeel nika unafaa kwa ukido a lot. Na saa hizo I'm just a girl. Yani mimi bado nataka kuwekwa beads kwa nywele for crying out loud. Yeah, so I think si perfectionist. I don't
really.
I don't try. And kitu nime notice from all of us, tunasema one thing, that it is about other people.
It's not
umesema, because kama for example Victoria amesema, what will other people perceive about her art? She has not said what will I perceive about my art. Like if you think your art is good, then ungekuwa na imposter syndrome. Maybe, I don't know.
You should be the one
Like-
reading how good your thing is, and don't mind how other people find it.
Maybe nina stand true from a fear of being liked.
Cause
Like I'm cause like there is no way if me I'm okay with everything that I do personally. If kama mimi ni loud, I am loud. Mimi sina shida. Kama wewe uko na shida, go be silent elsewhere. But me I
that
am
is
loud.
me by the way.
If I love you,
I am loud. Na hiyo ni kitu ilikuanga my imposter syndrome kitambo, and then nikajiambia, you know what, sasa mnataka nifanye.
Like, it's very endearing. It's a very endearing quality about you.
so it's always about other people,
Exactly.
pleasing other people, meeting standards of
Other
other
people.
That you don't know
That you
exist. They're not there. You're
then-
thinking
but
about
some
it.
people exist.
You're thinking what they think.
And at the moment they're
not.
not thinking that.
Yeah.
And then hata kitu ingine ni something about people's standards, they change every single day. Let me tell you something. Sisi unaweza enda udo your best at work, then kesho boss wako expect umekuwa the next Batman. Unajua sasa ni AI imenisaidia kufikiria hii kitu by the way. This is not even my brain.
Sijafanya kitu.
Alafu na expect sasa kesho nitakuwa na another wise out of this world, nitasolve world hunger. You know, like I feel like expectations za watu, hizo ni kitu nimekuja kulearn from parents. Unajua unaweza pata B, na maybe you are a B student now in terms of a school, maybe you are a B student, that is your level best. Mama kwa sasa juu si last time ulipata ka B, sasa upate B plus. Sasa hiyo B ulistrive, ulala sijui 4, ulala 4, uliamka 4, umelala sijui 12, umeteseka, umesweat, lakini sasa kesho unafaa kupata A. Na like B is your best. So like expectations za watu zina grow with the way you're growing. So majorly if you think about it, wewe ndio unafaa kwa ukiset your own standard. Because if I can get a B, maybe kama that is, if you can get more then you can get an A.
Yeah.
So hufai kusema ati sasa juu nimepata A, sasa nimepata B, mamangu aniambia nipate A, nafaa kupata A. Kama B ni yako then B ni yako. Because naona nime pick from what you said is that mostly imposter syndrome is about other people, not me. Because kama mimi niko okay with my art na nina feel ni kama ina speak life to me, then hata ule I feel kama ina speak heaven,
It wouldn't matter.
it should not matter.
Because already me, I'm at my
It's-
satisfaction
exactly.
of what I can do.
Exactly.
tuongelee how parents wana influencing hii kitu, because me kwanza they're the ones who make their children question everything about themselves. Honestly, you are the one who brought me into the world. That's number one. So almost all of my choices, influences are usually shaped by the parents. So if they say this does not go na labda that's what you like doing, already ushaona it is wrong. And then the second you do it and you actually gain happiness ama like satisfaction from it, umeanza kusema kweli. And sometimes it might not be even something, but it might be just her trauma. Like me, I'll do one example, and this is one I've even told my mom, and I just she was in the wrong. In Form 2, I dropped biology, and I knew in my heart I hated biology. And I knew even from the grades, biology teacher America, it's not for me. So I dropped it. Then like a term later, physics teacher akarudi akasema, anybody who's doing physics cannot do physics without like the sciences. Lazima urudi uchukue the biology. And I was like, mimi siezi, because I have done this subject for 1.5 years, and I can tell you it's not going anywhere. It's not going good for me with this subject. Tuachane na. But you see, the influences from other people, already you are sure about yourself. Unajua the funny thing, once you are sure about yourself, like you already know isi yako, kama ini yako, ini yangu, kama isi yangu, isi yangu. Even though nilikuwa, but because of pressure from where, palitumesema tu. Okay, there are parents and teachers and all, but they are still outsiders to our lives, because the grades that you get haitakuwa hapo. Mom plus dad plus Mr. Kanyesu plus whoever. Haitakuwa hapo, itakuwa my name. Exactly. You know, ilibidi I picked that subject. I struggled with it for 4 years. This is a classic example of how other people can influence your choices. No, but I struggled with it for 4 years. Wakisema, oh, you'll still get better. You'll get better. Me now, I'm not getting better. Me actually tunaenda biology lab. I'm amazed about the snake being in the jar more than about learning about hizo vitu zingine. Tunaonyeshwa fima na bones, mi niko zile za inakaanga hivyo. Okay. When my KCSE results came, when they came, the lowest grade was that biology, and it was not even the lowest in terms of like you can say alijaribu. You see the way in KCSE there is grades like kulikuwa na A plus, kulikuwa na A minus, B. So you see the way it goes like down, like kama B's kuna B plus, B na B minor iko hivyo tatu, C, C plus, C minor, D plus, D minor, hii ni E tu, hakuna E plus. The way zimefuatana, grades zote ziko B and above. Biology iko like 3 to 4 grades down. That's how you can actually know this was not for me. And I actually told them, niliwapelekea hiyo result nikamwambia, yes, najua nimepass, but I could have passed better
if this bio wasn't there.
But who are the people who doubted my say?
Your parents.
My parents. And that Mr. Kanyesu, by the way. By the way. Bado niko na beef na wewe. Labda ningepata scholarship. Sijui, because like the other option I had chosen was history, and people passed.
History
People passed that year. So I was comparing my biology grade and the history grade I would have gotten if like I just stuck to whatever I was confident in, instead of struggling 4 years. Na mimi niko zile za
this is not mine.
This is not mine. You see? Alafu later on ananiambia, so sorry for what? If
there's anything I've learned about dealing with parents in that sort of situation, where you know something is not for you, or you know what's best for you, and for whatever reason they're not coming to terms with it, and we've been victims at one point or another. Bro, it's either we have an adult to adult conversation, and then make makusho, but then this is what I want, this is why I want it, etc. I can't see one of us is going to get disappointed, and it's not me. And you have to deal with it. Like, everybody is in charge of their own emotions in the same way you're in charge of your own emotions. So, where you jam, where you jam, really sour. But as long as at the end of the day, you're doing something that you like, you're happy with, you're not going to struggle with too much. It's everyday too.
Kuongeza kwa hiyo, another thing, they do that because them they are good at it and they expect you to be
good at it because we are from the same
family.
Amesema
hivyo akanikumbusha, the reason as to why I was even forced is because mom kept on saying she's good at biology. It's been 4 years.
There's no planning.
Doesn't. If you are enjoying it, me I was enjoying seeing the animals.
There's a snake.
Snakes na fish.
Na
sungura.
Wewe uko na understand the bone but uko na
nilikuwa tu nafurahia kwenda the practicals because of those animals.
Mimi tulikuwa tunapewa skari like sugar. Like see sugar ile ya nini ile really about like ya actual practical like sugar ya nini sugar ya kukoroga chai.
But I love so the skari like for you.
No like ilikuwa I think experiment but haikuwa inafanya tulikuwa tunakula yote.
Oh I think so. But it's really that's bad anyway.
You know high school was just bad everything. It's something we call Victoria.
The same issue with parents. I think them not celebrating your wins, however small, really contributes to you having imposter syndrome because you can achieve something so good that felt nice. Let's say a good grade. Let's say you got a B class and then like I think you could have gotten an A easily. Already they're not acknowledging your effort, your hard work. They're not like telling you we're proud of you. They skip the part where they're proud of you, but they will be when you get that A. Now it makes you question. I really did my best. So does it mean if I don't get that A, his parents will not be proud until I get it? Now it will be you questioning everything else because it's not celebrated when you feel you're not appreciated like you should be. So the next time you not put a lot of effort because you'll be even if I get an A minus, you still want that A. So it's not worth it, so I'll not get it anyway. So you don't play everything and now you do worse. You end up doing worse than you had done.
It also can become a mindset for you as well. If you don't clap for yourself or treat your own horn, it's a point. Like even if she's sentiment for people, you've not been much letting me in a shida like 5-6 years down the line. You're still holding on to that. You're having a hard time appreciating yourself as well because you've never been appreciated before. You don't know how to appreciate yourself, how to appreciate yourself. So 6 years down the line, unateseka tu peke yako.
Unangoja tu mama kwako ambaye
Unangoja tu kuambia
na kikosa
mama kwako alikuwa
I think somebody's gonna tell you. Kila mtu anateseka. And when they unangoja tu kuambia oh my gosh, congratulations.
And then even now, like it's like 4-5 years down the line, like matter right now. I think one thing you can learn from parents is that this is my personal experience. Your parents just want you to be successful in their own world, like in their head. Success means something different from me. Because maybe for me, success means, let's say for example, for me success, maybe for our parents, you have to have kids, get married,
respectable church wedding,
with no,
not even church, with no kids out of wedlock.
This is that ideal path they're supposed to take. Because recently I was telling my mom, mimi kwa harusi yangu nataka 70 people maximum. Na ninakupea permission ya 2 guests. I don't even have a boyfriend right now. And there's no man in my life, but 2 guests.
could have
lakini mimi kwa harusi yangu 70 people mark and it is even in the evening. It is kwa mchoyo. Sasa nikuulize auntie yako alikushonia atika ngoka crochet ukiwa 2 years. Sasa sasa hivi niko 25 ndio anataka kuja harusi yangu. In what world does that make sense? Mimi mwenye nimekuwa kuna 1 million talking stage na lia unataka kuja kwa harusi kufanya nini? Wewe na account mchele ya watu 70. So mamangu ako like hapana tunafaa kuita auntie huyu.
Even though the other thing, and unaita on behalf of her, si wewe.
Exactly.
Her wedding ama yours. Wewe kama ulimuita kwa wedding yako sawa, but ni harusi yangu mimi.
So my thing is, at the end of the day, your mom will be happy you married. Whether she does not agree with the way you got with the wedding, the fact that you wore a pink dress instead of a white one, the fact that your husband has dreadlocks and piercings and not bald with neat ndevu, she'll still be happy you married to a good man. As the thing I've known about parents that in what they want for us is success, but their idea of it is completely different from ours. Because kuna mtu hataki to get married. Kuna mtu their ideal life is being a rich auntie, just driving their own car, going to see their kids once, going to see the kids of their nephews and nieces once in the weekend, anawabaia tutoe anaenda home. Kuna mtu ndio the ideal life. Enda waambie mamako hivyo sasa. Ata explode. Ati utaki watoto? Ati kwani sitaki
you know the Bible? Yeah, exactly. You know the Bible.
Ati sitaki mimi niitwe
being selfish with your own body. If
They
you want
view it
it,
as being selfish.
you see?
Unasema grandchildren.
Exactly. But like
when do adopt? When even people who adopt kids, they are the ones who go and say, I want this to be my child. Unaandikiwa hapo son daughter. Those who don't want it to be son daughter, unasemanga I want to be the guardian. Unaandikiwa guardian. So kama kwa grandchildren, if I knew the same, you want one, go adopt, andikiwa hapo grandchild.
Because like me, kitu nimelearn to my parents is I think they want success for us. That is, I think most of them, not all of them, most of them want success for us, but their idea of success is very different from us. Because wewe unaweza feel like wewe a success kwako ni you have a solid relationship at 20. Mamangu ananiambianga hapana, ukiwa 20 unafaa tu get to know people. Lakini kuna mtu at 20 amefind the love of their life na ako locked in. Anajua this is the guy I want to marry. There's a way an African parent does not click in their head. At 20 university unakuwa tena husband at 20 cannot happen. Exactly. So utafeli utakuwa na first class. Wewe unaona hizo mambo. So I think for me the one thing nimejua about parents, they want us to be successful. Their definition is different, but itabidi tu wameagree na dictionary yangu because mimi na write my life. See wow. No fair.
Yeah. And then they only support like the success once they start seeing it. Like if they didn't believe in it.
Someone clap there.
Producer Taka,
Yes, weke your drums.
Oh, imeacha. Something I noticed na hii ni sababu there was a time nilikuwa nahitaji pesa nikiwa hizo classes za KCA. And I was like anipe hii pesa. And before I had looked for like unatafuta nini inaitwaje hobbies that can generate money. So there's this key machine for crocheting. Because me I was like I cannot keep on crocheting with my hand. I have a short attention span. I have to like something that I am doing or else I won't do it. So for me when I tried with hand I was like this is labor. Like kabla nimalize something sitawahi maliza. But so the machine you just put the yarn, you do like this. By the end of the day, you have like already something already crocheted, so you can just cut it out and shona it to a jacket or whatever. Quite fast. It was 5K at that time. My friend was also into the same thing, and right now she owns a successful crochet business. So now from there, I was like, I won't ask them for what I want because nikama like telling them to support me on something because I like it and I say I'll be successful in it. It's such troublesome to you because you don't see it, and I don't like it because it's another way of thinking. It's the same way they did when they were telling me about jobs are better than self-employment. Na sahi naona self-employment is the way to nilienda nikanunua tunaitwaje ututu wa muffins, nikaanza kubake, nikaanza kuenda KCA kuuza asubuhi. Nilikuwa nauza muffin moja 60 bob. My mom couldn't believe I could make money. So I baked like 12 muffins, nikaenda KCA nikaziuza 60 bob for the first day. They sold out within 30 minutes. So the next day I baked 48 because I was like, nice. And I was like, Mimi, Adi, I'm not here for a long time. I'll just because you won't buy muffins at lunchtime. You'll buy muffins between 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at most. I baked 48 nikaenda nazo. Zikasell out again by 10 a.m. I was done. So my mom was like, si alikata kuninunulia like the nini. And the funny thing, I started that small thing nilikuwa na 700 bob. What I did nilinunua tu tin moja niliona on sale for 300. Alafu nikaenda nikanunua hizi vitu za kubake. Kidogo tu zini boost. But within a week I had sold like 48 times 272. Because I started with 12, 48, and then from there nikauza 72. Nikakuwa na bake 72 because I didn't mean quite greedy. I was like, if I can sell 12, I can sell 48. Nikauza 48. If I can sell 48, ongeza another 12. Zikauza. By the end of the week, I had 6K. That was not in my pocket. I did it again the next week. And then sasa ndo akaanza kuona huyu msichana ana bake cookies, hizi cupcakes, anarudi na pesa. Because I even ended up buying sasa the professional things like turkey. And then from there is when she's like, oh, I've seen the success. Now I can start supporting you. But when I needed you most, like because sikukuwa na kitu, nilikuwa tu na 700, ungeni support. Now that's the same thing naona sahi inaenda na mambo ya entrepreneurship and business. Because I'm usually like 9 to 5 sometimes ni scam. Because I get kila kitu iko na like its hustles, but you'd rather be in a place that you love and get income at whatever time you want than to be there waiting for the paycheck at the end of the day. And she's like, oh, but I'm like, see, why is you a 9 to 5? Why are you ujawai guza 9 to 5? Why are you shortchanging, like curtailing what I would see you doing profitable just because you don't believe in my vision? Again, like the cupcakes.
At this time, you should follow it through. So that you don't end up blaming them for not believing in your idea.
Hiyo niliacha tu na hiyo ya biology since then.
Now just follow it through and see where it goes.
I think nilifikanga mahali I tell my parents things when I've done them.
Yeah.
So that they know they had no input in it.
Like naambianga mamangu, by then nimeuza jewelry hapo kanisa na niko na 3000 kwa nini? Anauliza ulitoa jewelry wapi? Namwambia, mimi nakwambia tu. Sasa maswali mingi. Unajua tu nilikuwa na jewelry. Kwani hata bili nikitaka kwenda mahali, you see the way me with my parents nililearn make a statement. Stop nika mimi ninaenda kwa rafiki yangu Thursday.
Sijakwambia.
Nakwambia in case upigiwe simu nikiwa ICU utakuwa uko na idea kwenye niko. But I'm not asking for anything. Hata kuna time hata nilienda kwa rafiki yangu. Sikumitisha fares, sikumitisha anything. Nilienda nikarudi na nikabea rafiki because I have this mentality you can't go visit someone empty-handed. So I bought her fruits, unga, soda, whatever. So mamangu akaniuliza after nimerudi for like a week, nilikuwa nimeenda a week, akaniuliza ulitoa pesa za nini wapi? Si nilikuwa nauza rings. Si nikamwambia nauza rings. Kwani aleta pesa hivyo? Wewe usijali, mimi niko sawa. Because like nina feel ukianza ku get into the details of your life with your parents, it's either one they'll not see what you're seeing or they'll see it and then they start micromanaging it. And then it stops being your own vision. because
contributes you to make
you know like utaanza kusema
even
wow.
had their plans to it because labda nakwambia I'm getting this how much wewe umeona naweza kununulia shamba na mimi nataka kuhama kwangu like how is your goal interrupting my flow of my life?
Unaweza ambia tu mzazi by the way nilikuwa naona nani hawa nilikuwa unaambia mzazi nilikuwa nataka for example mimi nasemanga I want to work at a school like that is my dream job at the moment. I want to be a permanent school therapist at a very good school. Sasa you'll find my dad telling me oh sijui write a book about children. What does that have to do with working at a school? What mimi hata naona kanaweza nikakita mimi acha niwaambie unless niwaandike tu T in a book lakini ati how children think. Sasa nianze kuandika there's a psychologist we talk about anaitwa Jean Piaget. Mimi nianze kuandika Jean Piaget kwa kitabu. Sasa nikikuja kanisa na wekea hapo kwa meza. Mkitoka service mninie kitabu yako. But you see my parents nimemwambia that is my vision. Anajaribu ku make it in a way that it will work with what he thinks is good for me. And I don't want that. I will write a book when I'm in my 60s. In the beach somewhere in Maldives. Yeah, you see? Sasa naandika my memoirs. Ama sipini biography.
Of your whole life.
Of my whole life. Since I said I want to make money, go outside, have fun. Maldives ndio kitabu nilikuwa 16. Nilikuwa na beach house in Maldives. Nilikuwa na pesa na sina kitu ya kufanya. Mimi ni rich show. Andika kitabu. Yeah? So, because of time, so I wish ilikuwa how do we deal with imposter syndrome? And I feel like tumeanza hiyo question. Hapa nyinyi mnaona tutaanza. Because at the end of the day imposter syndrome ni juu ya watu si juu yako. So at the end of the day I think the best thing you can do. Mimi kama mwenendo kila mtu ataongea is una appreciate your own achievements because kuna siku nishaiambia mamangu hii story. My mom wanted me to be a teacher. And I think I can be a teacher, but I wouldn't be contented. I would be a teacher. I can yell, I can beat children if they want to be beaten. I can mark homework, I can send diaries. I can be a teacher, but I wouldn't be contented in that field. So, I told my mom, wacha nikwambie mom, saizi nikiquit, niquest conductor wa Super Metro. Because I am loud enough to become a conductor. That is something I know. Nikiquit saizi nikuwe conductor wa Metro.
Matako ni favorite.
My bus will be the favorite bus. Nipe 2 years nitakuwa na shares kwa Super Metro. Na nikiletwa hapa kwa Citizen nipashe, mwanamke bomba, utaita friends wako wa watch your news. Utawaita Moringo wangu. Lakini niko conductor ungo unataka kusikia hiyo story juu ninakuaibisha. Acha nika learn that hiyo ni kitu nimekumbuka kuhusu wazazi. Mzazi wako yani tu wewe tatuacha kufocus na mzazi. Uta lose weight, energy, time and resources. Sasa kwa imposter syndrome, akitu ni wewe tu unajua whatever is big for you. Like mimi my biggest achievement inaweza kuwa ku add 1 kilogram nifike 52. Si ndio? Na kuna mtu anashanga yani 52 ndio kilo nataka ku attain. 52. Kana mimi na kuna mtu nataka kufika hiyo 52 yenye mimi niko nayo. So like wewe ndio unajua what is big and what is small for you. So try and achieve that. And society will never be happy with anything. And you will get married to a rich man, they tell you the rich man has a kitambi. And they told you to get a rich man.
Like now why are you judging?
And then now you get your rich man with no kitambi who has biceps, he's bald. They have a problem with that. You get one who's not bald, has nice hair, his mother is a problem. They start judging that. They always have a problem with anything. Whatever is contented. Contentment for you, you achieve it. And if people are not happy for you with that, then they are the problem. Because your happiness, kama people love you enough to appreciate your happiness. Yeah. Clock it, girl.
Clock it.
And boys. As we finish.
What can I add to that? I think first of all you need to recognize where your overachievements, where your imposter syndrome is coming from. So if your overachievement is coming from, hey, guy, Germany, imposter syndrome is coming from a place of fear. You understand that you're scared and you still do it scared. I think sometimes we say a lot, do it scared, do it alone, do it afraid, do it, what else do it even if you're not sure, do it when you're tired, do it when you don't want to, just do whatever you need to do. I think another thing that I've thought about is being your own biggest fan. Like, no, I realized one of the big reasons, one of the big reasons you end up downplaying your achievements and feeling like you're a fraud is because you don't talk about them. Like, nilianza could make my things a big deal, bro. Like, wow, I walked 10k today. Like, I walked for an hour. That's crazy. I talk about it. Somebody ran today at 10k in under 30 minutes. I'm talking about me. Do you know me? I hate running. That's a me problem. I was so excited about it. So, like, being your own biggest fan, talking about your achievements is one of the biggest things that helps you actually understand what you're doing and how important it is to you. So I would say talking about your achievements. I think the last thing for imposter syndrome is you also need to recognize when to take in ideas, when it's not helpful, like feedback actually, yeah. You need to learn how to take feedback. Because sometimes people will give you feedback and you're like, oh, what do you doubt? But sometimes it's actually helpful. Sometimes you get different perspectives. So I think it's a skill to learn how to filter those two things. Like, this is feedback and receive. I can't imagine if it's the same for art. That would be crazy. But this is feedback I received. How am I feeling about it? Acknowledge that feeling. You're angry, sad, happy. If it's something you want to go with and it makes sense to you, that's fair. If it's not something it makes sense to you, if you really don't want to do it, that's fine. But you also need to be okay with the choice that you make in the future. It can bust in your face. Accept it. if it works out, it's going to be for you. Yeah.
Plus, I think to me, hata ikifail, at least najua ni vile
nilifanya. Like ni mimi nilijitakia.
Sikufanya nifurahishe mzazi, sikufanya nifurahishe uncle, auntie, ni mimi.
Yeah. I would say allow mistakes to happen. Honestly, we are not all perfect. And actually the chase of your perfectionism is what brings that imposter. Because the moment you make a mistake, unasikianga ni kama unaweza jinyonga ujieke sijui wapi because it can never be you. Actually, that's how people say it can never be you. And then life inakuja inakuonyesha, it can be you. Exactly. So allow mistakes, allow if something is not happening the right way, if you're not reaching an obligation how it's supposed to reach it, recognize it and allow it to happen kwanza. Because you'll be able to tell something is not happening right. These are the steps of what I can do to correct it, instead of just ignoring it. Na wewe kwa akili yako unashinda ukijiambia I cannot do it. You could do it before, why can't you do it now? What's stopping you? Is it because of the failure that happened the first time? What's stopping you? Exactly.
I'd say reframe the negative thoughts. An example is, I don't belong here. It's okay to feel this way in a new environment. If you're being posted, let's say an internship, and you're like, they figure out I don't know most of the things here, so I'm not supposed to be here. And rather than I learn, and it's okay to make mistakes, and eventually I'll get the hang of it and actually be good at that position.
Just said, like, being okay with being uncomfortable. Like, it's normal to be uncomfortable. Like, doesn't like people don't think about it. Like, if I could feel because I killer yeah. So just being okay with being uncomfortable. There's that newness that I have no idea what's going on. It really is normal. It's just learning to embrace that as part of the learning process.
Being comfortable with people being uncomfortable. I'm not doing something to please you. Kama inakuudhi, sawa. Wala. Enda ujump pale kwa kona. Alafu ukiwa sawa, you come back.
Yeah. Is there anyone else who has something else to say as we conclude? Oh, that's a nice card. I think maybe as we conclude is have people in your life, because mimi nimelan if you have people who speak good in yani ukipata watu wanapoa into your life, sometimes even the negative things don't even matter. Like ushaika hivi, kuna time nilikaa hivi, I don't know if I was interning somewhere, and then this person, every time this person you are working with, every time alikuwa ana say something wrong about what I'm doing. But then nikienda now to hang out with my friends or when I'm at home, everyone is like, oh, you're really doing a good job. So ikafika mahali, whatever, she was a woman, whatever this woman was saying, yani nilikuwa nasikia nikana nimekia noise. Kuna siku hata nimwambia kwa ofisi, akisi tunamaze tu. Juu alikuwa ana guy. Wacha tu kuongea, please, thanks. Na mimi napenda tu anaongea, lakini yako
it's a bit too much.
It's not adding value. So I think it will come in the back of my mind is have people who
feed into
your life positively. Like hata ukifeel ama sifai kwa nikiani hii nice salary in this nice job, mtu anakukumbusha, unajua kuna sasa ulikuwa Murang'a County in the middle of nowhere,
unakuwa na salary
na sikuwa na salary, I deserve this. I think that is something that I have come to the back of my mind right now. So thank you so much for listening or watching. Subscribe.
like, share,
subscribe. Yeah. Nifanye hizo.
Tunaongezea tule emojis reactions na nimekuwa nikiona za pictures.
Those stickers. Give someone stickers.
Yes.
Thumbs up.
Yes, do that. Add stickers. Na msiweke stickers zetu tukikaa. Please say.
Okay, ni girlies, you're pretty girlies. Hakuna stickers mbaya.
Unajua nilikuwa nimeangalia kando. Nimefungua mdomo alafu yeye ndiye anaweka ka sticker. Oh, Elaine has conquered a lot with that. So, like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend. Bye.
Bye.